Oh, that is a terrible start. The camera is frozen. Look at that, a frozen camera. Look how angry I look. Holy shit, what a crazy start. Wow. What is up, my fellow investors? Hey, we're all investors here, aren't we? We're all investors. We excited for an earnings call today? Dude, that's the craziest start to the stream we've ever had, bro. Holy hell. All right. The timer is on the screen. It's about right. About 1 hour until the earnings call. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what Strauss has to say today. I'm not expecting too much. What I would like to see, just as like a fan, to be honest, is the sales numbers, the pre-order numbers. I think there's a lot of misinfo going around now in terms of how many pre-orders have actually been made so far. So I'd like to see if Strauss does confirm that. Don't know if he will. Maybe here. Kind of neat. But apart from that, I don't know what we can expect from this earnings call. We're going to get the Panther statue today. We're already in GTA Online. Let's do a little switcheroo. Boom. We are ready to go. We're going to get a Panther statue. Hopefully finish it before this earnings call happens. And we shall see. I'm here for investment advice. You are in the wrong spot, my boy. You are in the wrong spot. That is crazy. Yo, what's up, Grid? Thank you for the 5. Blaze, thank you for the 3. I will read that report. Yes, definitely. And hopefully today, yesterday got a bit crazy. Hopefully today I'll be able to answer some more questions from you guys, just to like chat with you guys a bit more, because it got a bit chaotic yesterday with our first ever successful Hopium stream. That was pretty neat. So yeah, let's have some fun. Play a bit of GTA Online for an hour. Then we're going to switch over to GTA 6 mode, and we will see what today brings. Oh, it's been a minute since I've played GTA Online, actually. I haven't played since the week the Court Center heist came out, because I have been in Canada. So I'm going to be a little rusty. I actually haven't done a Cayo Perico in like a month. That'll be interesting. My cousin told me that Simia is going to be in GTA 6. Is your cousin a trustworthy source? What's up, Bleak? Thank you for the 3. Thank you, John. Thank you, Adam. Alright, let's... get down here. How was Canada? Canada was really good. I went to Canada last year to sort of see most of Canada. This time it was just to see family, which was cool in its own right. Can we drive forward? I'm stuck on this guy. Fuck. There we go. I heard that you steal cars in GTA 6. I don't know. I think we're going to have to wait for Rockstar to confirm that. That's a big game feature leak, if true. Lick it good with the 2. Thank you, dude. It's crazy that I read that out loud, but hey, thanks for the 2, man. Did they fix the KO heist? The Panther statue is here this week. For the first time you do it, you're going to get a fuck ton of money. But as for the payout changes, no, I don't think they've reverted any of those. I would still like to see the payout change to what it was before. I feel like KO was already nerfed enough, but Rockstar's gonna do what Rockstar's gonna do. Hey, thanks for the 8, Chriso. I was the lame-o who made up the acoustic. So that was you? So you're telling me you're the guy that pretended to be outside Rockstar North and you don't even live there? That's madness. Because that went kind of viral. Like, there were people covering that. That's huge if true. Can we expect a trailer after the earnings call? No, we already know when the trailer's coming. On the 27th. No mention of GTA 6 online anywhere. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I actually think I have a different opinion on GTA 6 online than most people. I low-key think it's gonna be a 2027 release. Like with Red Dead Online and GTA Online for GTA 5, they launched 2 weeks and 1 month after the game, right? Respectively. But I feel like GTA 6 Online is going to be a bigger game than either of those two. Like, I feel like Rockstar is going to have to put serious resources into GTA 6 Online. And with how big GTA 6 already is shaping up to be, I think releasing online 1 month after the main game might be a tough task. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if GTA 6 Online was pushed to like mid-2027 or late 2027. I really wouldn't be that shocked.
Okay, head over there. They will bring it soon.
I was genuinely bored at work one day and used good old Claude AI. Bruh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Are we getting trailer 3 after Take-Two calls today? Bro, we're getting the trailer on the 27th. Come on, man. Guys, we can't be like this. We can't be like this. Why are there so many people asking if we're going to get trailer 3, like, soon? We know when the trailer is coming out, bro. It was announced. It was literally announced yesterday. Come on, guys. Surely you're trolling. Are we trolling me right now? So no trailer 3. This extended look is trailer 3. Like, it's the third trailer. Like, Rockstar doesn't need to release a trailer specifically called Trailer 3. They can do whatever they want. Hey, thanks for the 2, Josh. No worries, dude. I hope sort of helps. Helps pay for a little bit of GTA 6 for you. People act like Trailer 3 is a confirmed thing that exists. I guess I maybe looked at Trailer 3 different to most people. I was just talking, whenever I say Trailer 3, whenever I've said Trailer 3, like the past several years, I've been referring to the third trailer, not a trailer that will specifically be called Trailer 3. Like GTA 5 didn't have a Trailer 3. It had Michael, Franklin, and Trevor trailers, but like, that's Trailer 3. Can I drive? There we go. Red Dead 2 had a trailer 3. I think GTA 4 might have had a trailer 3. But yeah, GTA 5 didn't. Oh my god, I'm cooked, bro. I'm so washed. This is what happens, chat, when you don't play Kaya Perico for a month. You forget how to fucking drive. Oh, that's crazy. Holy, that was embarrassing, actually. Let's load that up again. Run that back, holy hell. What if online is revealed at the end, like GTA 5? I guess there's a chance, right? Hey, thanks, Bray. Thanks, Normie. Alright, hold on, let me lock in and hit this jump real quick. There we go. Have I gotten under the Netflix copyright issue? I am trying to get an answer on that. I'm hoping to have an answer for every content creator before the 27th. I don't know exactly when, but I'm hoping to have an answer before the trailer goes live. They already answered that? You can't? No, they did not answer that. Apparently, one guy on the internet said that a Netflix rep responded to him, but like, you can't take that as confirmation. You need to wait for Rockstar or Netflix to make like a public statement. And even then, the thing that guy posted said streamers can react to it and post like breakdowns and whatnot, but like, that's still like posting your reaction or like posting you co-streaming it, reacting to it with the footage on screen. Like those are two different things. It really didn't actually answer the question. So what the fuck? Oh my god, what is my guy doing? Do you think I could delay GTA 6 at the end of the extended look? Huh? Or do you think they could delay GTA 6 at the end of the extended look? No. I think if they're showing an extended look, which would sort of imply probably gameplay, we would think, that sort of lines up typically with when Rockstar has shown gameplay in the past, sort of 2 or 3 months before release, which would probably mean no delay. What's up, Nikki? Thank you for the 22 months, holy hell. Hallie Games, thank you for the resub. Do you think Strauss will be open to answering more questions? Maybe a little more. I think he'll be open to answering more questions about pre-orders specifically, maybe. Alright, let's see. We got this Panther? Let's see. There we go. Beautiful. There she is. First time in what? 2 years? I want to say? At least a year. Oh, damn. It's normal or hard? I think it's on normal. What time's the earnings call? The timer's on your screen up there on the top right. It's in like an hour. So what are they going to talk about? They're going to talk about investor stuff. Pretty much it. Like how the investor calls usually go. Like most people tune in for GTA 6, but very little of the investor call is actually about GTA 6. It is stuff for the investors of Take-Two Interactive, stuff that they would care about. So profits, financials, future plans, maybe recapping how the last quarter went. This isn't the place for Strauss to share Rockstar's upcoming plans, right? Or like Strauss is not going to tell us what we're going to see in this extended look. Like that is not Strauss's job. But I think there is a good chance we're going to get some info for the sickos like us, crazy fans. Maybe some stuff that we probably shouldn't care about, but a lot of us will. So yeah, in terms of potentially how many pre-orders have been made already, maybe some explanation as to what's going on with the Netflix deal and why that's a thing. Stuff like that. How long do the calls typically last? I think like half an hour-ish. It's not really long. The UK wheel spin doesn't work. F you, Rockstar. So that's not actually a Rockstar thing. It was just banned in Australia, which is upsetting to me. That's something to do with the government in your country. Rockstar is kind of just playing it safe and trying not to break the law. Different countries have different gambling laws, so... yeah, not really something we can criticize Rockstar for there. That is sort of just gaming in general and gambling in general now. It's a different world. I think even like laws around loot boxes and stuff are a lot more strict now. It's a weird time. What are you most happy about with GTA 6? Like cars or anything? Most happy about? I sort of go back to the same thing every time anyone asks me what I'm most looking forward to or what I'm most excited about or what I'm most happy about, and it's the map. Like, I think what makes GTA special more than anything is the world. And what we've seen of Leonida over the first 2 trailers and screenshots, it looks awesome. Like, it looks like the biggest and best world they've ever created, which is exactly what I want to see. Like, game mechanics, incredibly important. Story, incredibly important. Don't get me wrong. But what makes or breaks a GTA and what makes GTA different to other competitors in the genre is the world. It's the fact that people can live lives in this game. It's the reason RP has existed. It's the reason GTA Online has thrived for so long. And it's the reason GTA 6 is going to last 20 years. When I was playing the game, I heard my character grunt. Really? Is that a thing?
So, Captain, if you will do the final stage of this operation alone, or will you bring accomplices? Yes, you must split the profit. But there is more likely to be profit, and there will be more of you to carry more of it. You think about it, yes?
What do you think about GTA 6 being too realistic? Some people would complain about the game being too realistic. I would really like that. Yeah, I would like that too. Depending on how realistic the game is, it's going to be, like you said, sort of received differently. I would love it if the game was more like Red Dead 2. And it maybe even a bit slower. But would the average GTA fan? I don't know. I really don't know. I think if it was more like Red Dead 2, it would get sort of a mixed reception initially. But like Red Dead 2, it's a game that grows on you. The first time I played Red Dead 2, I put it down. Came back a couple years later, and now it's probably a top 3 game I've ever played, in my opinion.
Define performance, Captain.
And you also sort of have to ask the question, like, do you want... like, they have to do something to make the game different. They can't just make GTA 5 2. You know what I mean? And people hate different. People want different, but then people hate different. It's such a weird thing. I don't envy Rockstar, I'll say that. Especially with how angry the internet can get. I think it's sort of cooled down now that we're, what, like 24 hours on, but the first few hours after that Netflix announcement, you would have thought Rockstar just went around killing puppies. Like, holy hell. People were mad. The internet is full of overreactions where people can say anything they want and get their opinion amplified. Back in my day, chat, Rockstar would drop exclusive info behind paid gaming magazines like Game Informer. Alright. Back in my day, you wanted exclusive information on the upcoming GTA game, you had to go fucking buy it from a store. Nowadays, kids are online complaining about Netflix getting a trailer 6 hours early. What has happened to us, man? What has happened? What Rockstar title would you like to be remastered? GTA 4. Easy. Easy answer. TGG meat riding? Hey, brother, you know it. #1 glazer over here. That's me. Rockstar doing the exact same thing that they've been doing for 20 years and putting exclusive content behind certain outlets. Nah, man, he's glazing. Some of you guys were not around for GTA 5's pre-release. I'm telling you, it shows. It shows. What Rockstar is doing with this trailer, putting quote-unquote exclusive info behind Netflix for 6 hours, is way better. Way better than having to go buy a magazine. It's madness. 6 hours, bro. Have a nap. Have a nap and it'll be on YouTube.
110%. Just can't have sound or picture of the trailer.
Just have a nap.
Definitely record your reaction and sync it up later for YouTube.
Hey, thanks, Max. Yeah, I'm gonna... Well, I want to get clarification on what we're allowed to actually show first. Then I'm sort of going to come up with a plan. I might do that, though. Yeah, you really would have thought Rockstar was out there doing some seriously bad shit with what I saw on the internet yesterday. It's 6 hours early on Netflix, which most people already have. Alright, first of all. And it's like, it'll be on Netflix exclusive for 6 hours, and then you'll never have to worry about it again. It'll be on YouTube for the next fucking 50 years.
Hope you're doing good, TGG.
Nikki with 100, what the hell? Oh, thank you, Nikki. I appreciate it. That's crazy. That is way too generous. You didn't have to do that. I hope GTA 6 keeps its soul. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. Thank you. Yeah, look, I think GTA 6 is going to have more soul than any GTA in the past, to be honest. I think we've got nothing to worry about. Who's tweaking over this? Only 6 hours? Dude, no one is... That's the thing, right? Like, it's the internet. No one is actually tweaking about it. All of my friends... Like, all of my real-life friends, right? Like, talking non-internet friends. Like, real-life friends that I've spoke to about this. No one cares. They're like, oh, okay. Oh, it's 6 hours early on Netflix? Oh, okay, I'll just wait. It's like, yeah, okay. But on the internet, it's like 6 hours. I've waited 15 months for this trailer, but you're asking me to wait another 6 hours? I can't do that. Rockstar sold out. Like, holy. Like, I don't mean to sound too weird with this, but like, those aren't real people. Those are internet people. You know what I mean? Like, no one's really actually mad about it. Like, there's no way anyone's really genuinely upset about that.
So, Capitan, this statue, how much do you think we will get for it once we steal it?
Now look, if we were talking like a day, if we were talking a week, exclusive on Netflix, I'd be like, okay, Rockstar, you're sort of like, you're towing a line here, like you're pushing the boundary. But like, we're talking an afternoon, bro, an afternoon. It's like, and for, like, here's the thing, right? I live in Australia. It comes out on Netflix at 5 a.m. It comes to YouTube at 11 a.m. for me. Like, it's not even gonna matter. I'm gonna wake up at like 9, have breakfast, have a shower, chill, and then boom, it's gonna be on YouTube. It's like, far out. Apparently we still need confirmation if creators can stream it. Heard 2 different things. Yeah, me too. I am waiting to hear back, is what I'll say. Yeah, I've reached out about it, and I'm sort of hoping to get an answer, one way or another. Like, no guarantee, but I'm hoping to get one. I just hope it's at least like 30 minutes or whatever. Yeah, look, me too. The longer the better. But at the same time, like, I think there is something to... Like, if it was 10 minutes, for example, I wouldn't necessarily be upset because... You do want something to be kept a secret, right? Like, I know people are dying to hear stuff about the game, but you don't want them to show too much. Like, I'm sort of conscious of the fact as well that, you know, we've waited 13 years for this game. I don't want it spoiled for me. What I sort of want to see is I want to make sure the game works, the game is real, the game looks good. Then maybe see like a few new things, and then I'm probably good. We're only, what, 3 months away pretty much. Am I watching on YouTube or Netflix? Depending on what time I wake up, I'll probably watch it on Netflix first, and then at this stage, I'm thinking what I'm probably gonna do is watch it on Netflix and then maybe live stream my second watch on YouTube. Obviously pending a few things in terms of what we're actually allowed to show. If we're allowed to stream, like co-stream the Netflix reveal, I'll do that, obviously, but... Hope you can do a watch along. Me too, but I also understand that would sort of ruin the whole point of the Netflix deal, right? Like, obviously Netflix has paid a lot of money. They want people to come over to their platform instead of just watching a YouTuber on YouTube, right? Like,
can begin at the screen whenever you're ready, Captain. Bye.
Can I turn the game volume down a little? Yeah, I'll do that. Is the music volume okay? I can't hear the music. I've got it sort of muted on my end. I'll turn the game down a bit. It's always a bit of a balance trying to get the audio levels right. Netflix paying for this is exposure for sure, but hey, it's better security than YouTube at least. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. There's two ways you can look at something like this, right? Like, there's always two ways you can look at it. And the internet will always choose the most cynical, which is Rockstar's gatekeeping behind a paywall, selling out, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, you can also look at it in the sense that, like, if this is going to be on Netflix, that's a pretty big deal, right? Like, that sort of says to me it's a different level of professionalism from a trailer than we've previously seen. So that's something to be excited about. It also sort of shows that GTA 6 is bigger than a game. Like, this is a real cultural event. If Netflix is potentially paying a lot of money and Rockstar is doing it this way, they're treating this like more than a game, like a movie, maybe? You know how movies sort of typically do different marketing? Some movie trailers, for example, come out weeks in advance, exclusive to theaters. And no one cares. Like, my first reaction when I heard it was coming to Netflix first, I'm like, oh shit, it's like a Netflix special? Like, this is a big deal. This is gonna be big. Like, it got me more excited. I didn't even consider that this would be something people would be pissed off about until I went to Twitter. Which, I mean, I guess that probably says more about Twitter than anything. Honey, where is my power drill? I run past it. I think I ran past my power drill. Where are all of the spawn points? I'm missing one spawn point, I know, and it's in that one. Back here? There it is. Bro, I ain't paying for an ad for a game? Then don't. No one's forcing you to do it. I don't think you should. I'm right there with you. Netflix definitely paid to release this on their platform, dude, 100%. They probably paid a lot. I wonder how much.
Ours is a strange business, Captain. We work so hard to get new weapons, vehicles, equipment, and then afterwards we destroy it all. The only way to be safe, not sorry.
And I've never heard of only a 6-hour exclusive window on Netflix. It's not just an ad, though. It's going to be an event for the community. People are just assuming the absolute worst. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point as well. Like, are any of us really looking at a gameplay deep dive as an ad? Like, I understand that technically it is an ad. Like, this is obviously something that we're looking forward to. Yeah. Gage, thank you for the 5. Can't make anyone happy nowadays. People wanted trailer 3, then get mad when trailer 3 is announced. Shaking my head, looking forward to pre-order it. But dude, exactly. I think I saw something online somewhere where it said, even if it wasn't, like, there was nothing to do with Netflix, people would still find a way to complain. And you already saw it. You already saw it. Some people weren't even mad about Netflix, but like the top comment on all of the videos, on all of the Rockstar like socials is, a trailer for a trailer? Really? It's like, people get mad when they shadow drop it. People get mad when they announce it. People get mad when they make a short little trailer. Like, so you would prefer if it was just a post? Why does it matter if there's a post with music in the background and they call it a trailer? Like, it's the same shit. That's sort of what annoyed me with, like, the Ultimate Edition stuff. People were mad saying, oh, they've blocked stores behind the Ultimate Edition. It's like, well, would you prefer if it was just cosmetics? 'Cause that's all it is still. It's just cosmetics. You just walk into a room to get the cosmetics and they're calling it a store. Like, people are mad that they made a trailer for a trailer, but if they had have made a post for a trailer, it would have been fine. It just doesn't make any sense. What do I invite him? What are your opinions on the Professional? I love the Professional. He's like the nicest dude ever. Don't get me wrong, I can disagree with someone on something and still like them or love them as a person. You can argue against a point without arguing against a person. People gotta understand that.
In my experience, the kind of people to have cache of unmarked weapons will try very hard to kill you when you steal them. Move fast and watch out. You know, Capitan, I have heard.
Regardless of how it goes, glad shit is happening. Much love from NZ. Thanks, Walsh. I know, I can't wait. I'm actually, you guys have no idea how excited I actually am for this. Like, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. It's so exciting. Because once we actually see whatever this is, which is hopefully going to be some sort of gameplay, like, that's it. We are fed. You know what I mean? Like, we are fed up until launch. If we see gameplay, we really don't need to see anything else for the last 3 months. And then all we have to do is wait for November 19th. What if those haters are the PC players? You can't play it day one. I doubt it, bro. Maybe there's a few. Maybe there's a few. Hey, look, like I said earlier, the main thing that surprises me, right, is people are mad about a 6-hour exclusive Netflix thing. Yet people look back so fondly on the Rockstar Game Informer articles that were locked behind a magazine that you had to go out and buy. Like, do you not see the double standard that you've created here? Netflix is just the modern day Game Informer, right? Like, it's a very clear double standard. People fucking love the Game Informer stuff. Alright, let's do a Cayo Perico heist. It's been a minute. Thanks, Latifa. Regardless, almost every person who hates on GTA 6 will probably play it. Dude, that's the funniest part, and I've seen a few shorts about that. It's just the internet, bro. It just is. It's the time we live in. No, get over there. No, didn't have enough speed. That's okay. Okay, that's... Oh, come on. There we go. Come on, get around it, buddy. Come on. Maybe I'm washed. Yeah, almost no one complaining online about the game will actually not buy it. Like, everyone's gonna buy it, which is kind of the funny thing, so... Will GTA 6 have the world's highest active player count in the first month? I would say so. I would assume it would probably break, like... It would jump ahead of Minecraft and Fortnite, right? Surely. It's me. Holy hell, I got a cold. Don't know what's going on. Maybe got some allergies flaring up. My bad, chat. Hold on. Alright, let's get some cocaine. Thanks for the 2 rows. Lamau, forgot to ask my question. I was going to say, what can we expect from today's earnings call? I don't know exactly. I'm hoping maybe some pre-order numbers. Something like that would be pretty sick. I wouldn't expect any actual GTA 6 info. That's not Strauss's job. But maybe, yeah, numbers related stuff. And I would probably expect Strauss to sort of make some comments on the Netflix deal, which will be interesting to me. Thank you for the 5, Lucas. I reckon it's going to be half interviews with department heads and other half pure gameplay trailer. What do you think? Yeah, I don't really want to speculate too much on what's going to be in it, because I'm probably going to be wrong. I'm just hoping we see some sort of gameplay. I think that's going to be the main thing for the community. I think that's all most people really care about. Stock price dropped. Is this a sign that the game will be delayed? No. No, I think the community has done far too much overthinking over the past few years. And I think now it is the time to just enjoy the ride. Like, this is sort of the moment we've been waiting for. It's almost here. Let's just enjoy it. Let's stop worrying. And just be happy. Do you plan on doing guides for the other 2 approaches for courts and a meta guide? I haven't even played much courts, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Just on, like, the back end, it seems like not many people really care about the court center heist. Just, like, in terms of the numbers I've been seeing. I'm actually sort of thinking, you know, as we get closer and closer to this trailer 3 or deep dive thing, I'm thinking of maybe switching the channel from GTA Online to pretty much solely GTA 6 content. It was sort of interesting for me to see as a creator, you know, a new DLC just came out with the Court Center heist, and I was making videos on the brand new DLC that literally dropped that day. And there were a ton of comments saying, we don't care, we want to see GTA 6 videos. And that's never happened before. So, like, numbers on GTA Online content are down in terms of viewership, and comments are sort of telling me that people want to see GTA 6. So, it's sort of something I've been weighing up for a while now, but I think the time is sort of right here, over the next few weeks, to sort of switch over to becoming a full-time GTA 6 creator. Obviously, I'll still do the weekly updates. But yeah, I'm thinking it's about time.
Perfect. As we say in Navy, you want the element of surprise? Choose least hygienic option. Now, enjoy your little swim, yes?
No, stay a GTA YouTuber in general till release, then focus on 6. So I think that's a big missed opportunity. Like, I think that is the right strategy, and that has been the right strategy for, like, the past 5 years. But as we get so close to the biggest release in video game history, like I said, I want to be the #1 GTA 6 guy. Like, I want to be the guy that people go to for GTA 6 whenever they have any questions, whenever they want to know about news, whenever they want guides. And I can't be that if, you know, in the couple months leading up to launch, I'm still making GTA Online videos all the time. Like, I sort of need to pivot over pretty much now. Jesus Christ. Pretty much now. Because once this gameplay video comes out, or whatever it is, there's going to be so many new GTA 6 fans coming in. Like, that's the time where I've got to go all in if I want to be, you know, one of the top dogs. Waiting until the game comes out, it's too late. Other people will have jumped ahead by then. Thank you for the 2, Keith. I kind of agree. Like, you're sort of already seeing it. You're seeing a bunch of Call of Duty YouTubers and YouTubers coming across some other games that have sort of died out. And they're making a lot of GTA 6 content. Even if I don't think it's necessarily the best content, they're just pumping out sheer volume. Crazy amounts of volume, and it's working. Not saying I'm going to be uploading daily videos or anything. I don't think that's feasible. But, you know, it's time. Alright, Panther statue time, baby. Let's go. this might be the last Panther statue I ever get. Which is kind of sad to think about. So, let's make the most of it, guys. Farewell, Panther statue. Farewell. Okay, there it goes. Alright, that was our last Panther statue. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Turkey. Thanks for the super chat. I think there will be tons of new creators like you on GTA 6. What would you suggest to those who want to take advantage of this opportunity? A good question. The number one thing if you want to be a GTA 6 creator is you need to... Which is kind of going to seem weird considering what I just said. You kind of need to be a GTA 5 and GTA Online creator as well. The best time to be a GTA 6 YouTuber was to actually start being a GTA YouTuber 5 years ago. And sort of build up your audience so that you have an audience before GTA 6 comes out. Now, a lot of that opportunity is obviously gone, but still, the best time to be a GTA 6 YouTuber is now. You need to start now. Build up some sort of an audience before the game comes out, even if it's only a couple hundred subs. Because day one, GTA 6, there are going to be tens of thousands of people uploading GTA 6 that have never uploaded GTA before. So do you want to be just another creator, or do you want to be a creator who already has a head start? Like, that's what you need to ask yourself. Alright. That was a pretty quick heist. We did that in like 45 minutes.
What do you think they are going to mention on the earnings call? Also, how much pre-order numbers do you predict, TGG?
How many pre-orders do I predict? I think like 300 million in sales. Not 300 million pre-orders. I'd say like maybe close to 500 million. We'd have to wait and see. Is the report out now? Someone said. Let's have a look. Let's wait till this cutscene's done and we'll switch over. They don't mention the pre-order numbers, bro. What? Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, I follow a few low subscriber GTA channels. The best decision I've made. Dude, there are some really good smaller GTA creators right now. A lot of them actually watch this channel. A lot of them have been in the chat for years, which is really cool to see. Sort of blowing up now. Sort of this next generation. Hopefully they can all sort of carry it over to GTA 6. Alright, let me get the earnings call stuff up on stream real quick. My apologies. One sec. Sorry for the black screen. We'll fix it up shortly. Terrible time to have a cold. Terrible time. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Looks like the reports are out. Okay, my fellow investors, who is ready to learn about investments and earnings today? Let's have a look, everybody. Any investors in the chat? Can we get some salutes if you're an investor? Any investors? We love investing. Let's have a look. All right. Revenue. Give me charts. I like charts. Here we go. Doesn't going through this stuff make you feel dumb, chat? Alright, pipeline details. Alright, if you have needed any more confirmation, guys, GTA 6 still launching on November 19. There you go. Good job. No delay. Not that that's a surprise, but... Alright, where's the good slide? This is the good slide normally, right? There he is, Strauss, the main man. There he is. Big dog. Okay. Rockstar Games. Alright, this is what matters to us. Let's see if there is any stuff in here. Let's have a look. The Grand Theft Auto series now sold 475 million. GTA 6 still launching on time. Trailer 1 broke the record for the biggest non-music video debut with over 93 million views in 24 hours. Trailer 2's cross-platform debut was the biggest video launch ever at the time with over 475 million views in 24 hours. That got overtaken by Spider-Man. Bit of a rip there. That didn't last too long. Okay. GTA 5 has now sold 230 million copies. Jesus Christ. This is all sort of stuff we've seen before. Is there anything talking about GTA 6 numbers? Red Dead 2 has sold 87 million copies. That's interesting. It doesn't look like they want to tell us the numbers for GTA 6 so far. Interesting. Maybe he'll actually mention them in the call? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing to do with pre-orders. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we wait. I guess we just wait and see. I'm going to leave it on this slide. You guys have fun looking at this for a sec. I need to go blow my fucking nose. I don't know what's going on with me. This is crazy. Yeah, have a look at this for a sec. I'll be back. Alvin, thank you for the 10. Can't wait for your breakdown on the extended gameplay.
Can't wait for your breakdown on the extended gameplay and the subsequent videos that will come after. That is what I come to you for. You are the best at it, my guy.
I appreciate it, dude. You have no idea how excited I am to make those videos, really. Like, I think about it every day. I can't wait, dude. Seriously. All right, I'll be back in a chat. No, I can't even speak. I'll be back in a sec, chat. I don't know what's going on. Holy hell. Okay. I think I'm okay. Why is Take-Two stock dropping down? Is it? I mean... Pre-market is down 1%, not a big deal. I mean, look. It's up 13% in the past 6 months, right? I'm not an investor. But I feel like a lot of the GTA 6 stuff was sort of priced in. $17. Now it's worth 230. But the market cap now is at $43 billion. So for it to do another 15x jump, its market cap would need to get to $600 billion, which is like, that's nuts. It's not gonna... You know. What the fuck? Mike's muted? No, it's muted.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Hello? Chat? Why did it do that? Was I muted that whole time? No shot. Was I muted that whole time? Did you guys hear what I said? I was spitting some knowledge right there. Dude, I was spitting, like, real good knowledge. Damn. I guess you'll never know. You said nothing? We didn't miss anything? Hey, I just told you how to make millions of dollars with Take-Two stock and you missed it. That's a real shame. I guess you'll never know. I guess that's lost to the void. Unlucky. That's unfortunate. Rock and Rollin', thank you for the 5. I want GTA Plus for the exclusives like Garage and in 6, but I don't want the money grind to get any easier. Am I psychotic? Slightly. Yeah, I think that's a slightly psychotic take, yes, if I'm being honest. Alright, how long till Strauss is going to get on the mic? God, I miss Strauss. I haven't heard Strauss. Jeez. In like 3 months. Remember when we relied on Strauss for our GTA 6 info? Do you remember that, chat? You remember when we were hanging on the edge of every word that came out of Strauss's mouth? But now, chat, now we got this. It's like that Toy Story meme, but like with Strauss Zelnick. I don't want to play with you anymore. Poor Strauss. You know, I feel like we should listen and hear Strauss out today just because I don't want him to feel left out, man. Poor Strauss. We love Strauss. Are you invested in Take-Two? I'm not, no. I feel like if I'm invested in Take-Two, that would probably change the way I cover the game. And there'd be sort of an extra level of underlying bias. Maybe I'm crazy. Bro single-handedly used to give us info. He didn't give us much. All right, hold on. Let me log into this. I have to fucking log in to listen to this investor call. That's mad. Alright. Alright guys, a big question here. Big question. As we wait for the investor call, do we want to play the lobby music? Would you like to listen to music while you wait for the broadcast to begin? Yes. Okay, well, let me get right on that. Let me set the music up. Here we go. Alright. Is that good? Is that loud enough, chat? Is that good? Am I going to be in the call? Yeah, I'm actually... I might call in and talk to Strauss, the man himself. Alright, we're investors, chat. Everyone put your suits on. I should have wore a suit, actually, today. Now, this is music to my ears. It is, in fact, music to my ears. You want me to turn it up? Alright, bet. We're all investors today, chat. Imagine this is copyrighted. Dude, Strauss, like, taking candy from a baby. He knew I couldn't resist the lobby music. Save the suit for August 27, dude. I actually, you know what? Fuck it, what if we wear a suit to the gameplay reveal? What if we did? Turn the timer off already? Okay. The music, all our operators are currently busy. Please hold. No, it's like elevator music, I think. Bro, the extended look got leaked. Some screenshots of it through Netflix. It looks good. What? I have not seen that. Where'd you see that? They just restarted the song. I thought I was gonna hear Strauss. I want to hear Strauss, bro. That's what I want to hear. Oh. Strauss? Let's go. Strauss.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the Take-Two Interactive Software First Quarter Fiscal Year 2027 Results Conference Call. After today's prepared remarks, we will host a question and answer session. If you would like to ask a question, please press
The Q&A is the
star
best, by the way. If you guys haven't
raise
listened to
your
these, it's
hand.
people asking
To
about
withdraw
GTA
your
6
question,
non-stop, and
press
Strauss just not
star
answering their
1
questions. It's
again.
pretty peak.
I will now hand the conference over to Nicole Shevins, SVP Investor Relations and
Louder?
Corporate
Is it too low?
Communications. Nicole, please go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you for joining our conference call to discuss our results for the first quarter of fiscal year 2027 and to June 30, 2026. Today's call will be led by Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Carl Sladoff, our President, and Lainey Goldstein, our Chief Financial Officer. We will be available to answer your questions during the Q&A session following our prepared remarks. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that statements made during this call that are not historical facts are considered forward-looking statements under federal securities laws.
Of course.
These forward-looking statements are based on the beliefs of our management, as well as assumptions made by and information currently available to us. We have no obligation to update these forward-looking statements. Actual operating results may vary significantly from these forward-looking statements based on a variety of factors. These important factors are described in our filings with the SEC, including the company's most recent annual report on Form 10-K and quarterly report on Form 10-Q, including the risks summarized in the section entitled Risk Factors. I'd also like to note that, unless otherwise stated, all numbers we will be discussing today are GAAP and all comparisons are year over year. Additional details regarding our actual results and outlook are contained in our press release, including the items that our management uses internally to adjust our GAAP financial results in order to evaluate our operating performance. Our press release also contains a reconciliation of any non-GAAP financial measure to the most comparable GAAP measure. In addition, we have posted to our website a slide deck that visually presents our results and financial outlook. Our press release and filings with the SEC may be obtained from our website at take2games.com. And now I'll turn the call over to Strauss.
Thanks, Nicole. Good morning, and thank you for joining us today.
Oh, I've
Fiscal
missed you, Strauss.
2027 is off to an excellent start, led by the power of our diverse portfolio and the strong, consistent execution of our strategy at all of our labels. We delivered first quarter net bookings of approximately $1.39 billion, which was slightly above the high end of our guidance range, primarily due to the outperformance of NBA 2K and the Grand Theft Auto series.
Oh,
We're
we love the Grand
reiterating
Theft
our
Auto
fiscal
series.
2027 outlook for net bookings of $8 to $8.2 billion, which reflects both ongoing positive trends in our business and our high degree of confidence around the November 19th release of Grand Theft Auto 6. We expect to sustain this new level of scale and generate strong cash flows for the next several years as we release our robust development pipeline, capitalize on incremental opportunities within our highly established hit franchises, and continue to apply our proven long-term approach to managing the company. Now, turning to highlights for the period. NBA 2K26's performance was outstanding and concluded a record year for the franchise. To date, the title has sold in over 12 million units, reflecting 9% growth compared to NBA 2K25. Engagement was up meaningfully during the quarter, with recurrent consumer spending growing 7%, driven by a 15% increase in average daily active users, a 25% increase in my career daily active users, and a 35% increase in average games played per user. The achievements of this year's iteration of the series are a testament to Visual Concepts' ability continually to deliver new, innovative ways for fans to stay engaged.
Have you guys seen the
and our live
2K27
service execution
screenshots?
remains a cornerstone of NBA 2K's sustained success. During the quarter, 2K
I haven't played
also
a 2K
supported
in like 3
Borderlands
years.
4, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, and WWE 2K26 with an array of new offerings which enhanced player engagement and sentiment. The Grand Theft Auto series once again exceeded expectations, and to date, Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold in over 230 million units worldwide. Recurrent consumer spending for the series grew 3%, and GTA Plus continues to thrive, all led by a series of content offerings, including the addition of the Rockstar Mission Creator, an all-new suite of innovative and in-depth tools empowering
Shout
the
out
player
GTA
community
Plus,
to bring
man.
missions to life. Global excitement for the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 continues to build, with the title having an exceptional start to pre-orders. With Rockstar Games' recent announcement of Grand Theft Auto 6 and extended look coming on August 27th, we believe that consumers' passion and anticipation for the next evolution of this iconic series will grow further, leading up to the title's November 19th release.
Come on.
Turning to our mobile business, Zynga performed in line with our
That's such a
expectations,
blue ball.
and we're pleased that many of our forever franchises continue to resonate with players.
Off to a
Net
great
bookings for Toon
start. What does
Blast
that
grew
even mean?
8% over last year. The title was supported by a new marketing campaign featuring Emmy-nominated actor Giancarlo Esposito. Empires & Puzzles maintained steady momentum. anchored by a
Someone's gotta
successful
ask
9th
about it at the
anniversary
end, for
campaign
sure.
and the introduction of new heroes and character abilities. Words with Friends exceeded our forecast, with net bookings growing 8% year over year, led by strong ad performance and higher player engagement with several features, including Dice Challenge, the title's latest permanent one-on-one game mode. Top 11 surpassed our expectations, with net bookings increasing 15% year over year, as fans enjoyed a special in-game event featuring player versus environment matches in 10 international locations.
Shout out to Top 11, dude.
2K's mobile offerings continue to perform well, with strong downloads and engagement across key titles. NBA 2K All-Star, our mobile title in China in partnership with Tencent, surpassed 10 million registered users since launching last year.
That's a lot.
And is yielding strong profit margins. Our mobile direct-to-consumer channel remains a significant driver of revenue and margin enhancement, with many of Zynga's titles offering this feature and further growth anticipated. Guided by our core pillars to be the most creative, innovative, and efficient entertainment company in the world, our 13,000 colleagues share a singular vision for excellence and hit creation. Each day, we strive to bring joy to our player communities and value to our shareholders. I'd like to express my gratitude to our teams for their immense passion and unwavering commitment to our mission to make the most captivating and engaging experiences in the entertainment business. We believe that fiscal 2027 will be an inflection point for Take-Two, one that will write an exciting new chapter in our history and provide the foundation for new levels of success and the creation of groundbreaking entertainment experiences. I'll now turn the call over to Carl.
Thanks, Strauss. I'd like to thank our teams for delivering a great start to the year and setting the stage for the most exciting pipeline in our company's history. I'll now discuss our recent and upcoming releases. On July 8th, 2K and HB Studios launched Season 7 for PGA Tour 2K25, a free update which added the 154th Open Championship at Royal Birkdale Golf Club. The team is planning to launch Season 8 in late September and is hard at work on this year's release of PGA Tour 2K27. 2K will share more details in the coming months. On July 14th, Rockstar Games launched the Quartz Center heist for GTA Online.
They sure did.
Which introduced an all-new blockbuster heist targeting Los Santos' premier cultural institution with an array of artwork for the taking.
Did you play it,
On
Carl?
July 30th, 2K and Gearbox launched Bounty Pack 4, Murders and Acquisitions for Borderlands 4, which includes a new story mission and cosmetic items. Fans can look forward to even more action in September when Gearbox releases additional content, including the title's next story pack. On August 14th, 2K and Hangar 13 will release the Man of Honor story expansion for Mafia: The Old Country. With Hangar 13's industry-leading capabilities and narrative-driven action titles, players will enjoy 2 new story chapters and all new content for the game's free ride mode. 2K and Visual Concepts will launch the WrestleMania 42 pack for WWE 2K26 on August 19th, followed by new seasons as part of the Ringside Pass during the fall. WWE 2K27
I'm
is
just waiting for the
currently in
Q&A
development,
right now, I'm not
and
going to
2K
lie.
will provide updates later this year.
I want to see how Strauss
On
dodges
September
these
4th,
questions.
2K and
He's
Visual
really good at it.
Concepts will launch NBA 2K27, the next installment of our industry-leading basketball simulation that provides the most realistic and authentic NBA experience in interactive entertainment. This year, Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs will be on the cover of the Standard Edition. Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever will be on the cover of the Deluxe Edition, and Chicago Bulls legend Derrick Rose will be on the cover of the Ultra Edition, with early access available as part of the Deluxe and Ultra Editions. Last week, a first-look trailer of NBA 2K27's gameplay was revealed, and the response has been positive, with fans and the media expressing excitement over the title's improved graphics.
I actually haven't watched the 2K27 trailer, but he says the reception was positive, and that is not the 2K community I know.
2K27 preseason breakdown, full game reveal on August 18th. Zynga will continue to focus on enhancing its existing mobile portfolio with bold beats and updates, as well as releasing new titles, including Top Goal, which is currently in soft launch. The title recently introduced real-world soccer stars, as well as enhanced 3D match simulation and player versus player gameplay. In closing, we are deeply excited about this year, highlighted by the November 19th launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, which will usher in a new era of growth for our company and returns for our shareholders.
I'm sure it will.
We remain steadfast in our mission and commitment to delivering the highest quality entertainment experiences that captivate and engage audiences throughout the world. I'll now turn the call over to Lainey.
Thanks, Carl, and
Thanks,
good morning,
Carl.
everyone.
I appreciate that.
We achieved excellent first quarter results driven by our powerful franchises, industry-leading talent, and unwavering commitment to our strategic vision. I'd like to thank our teams for their hard work, which has enabled us to reach this exciting point within our company's history. Turning to our results, we delivered first quarter net bookings of $1.39 billion, which was slightly above our guidance range of $1.32 to $1.37 billion. This primarily reflected better than expected performance from NBA 2K and the Grand Theft Auto
Really?
series. Recurrent consumer spending
GTA
declined 1%
exceed
for the period,
expectations still?
which was
What?
favorable to our guidance of a 3% decline and accounted for 84% of net bookings. NBA 2K grew 7%, the Grand Theft Auto series rose 3%, and as expected, mobile declined
No way
7%
GTA
over last
grew.
year. GAAP net revenue increased 2% to $1.5 billion, while cost of revenue rose 17% to $651 million, and included a $43 million impairment charge related to the decision not to proceed with an unannounced title from a third-party developer. Operating expenses were flat at $918 million. On a management basis, operating expenses declined 1% year over year, which was favorable to our forecast of 3% growth due to timing of marketing expenses across our labels. With the ongoing positive trends in our business and excitement around the November 19th release of Grand Theft Auto 6, we are reiterating our fiscal 2027 net bookings outlook range of $8 to $8.2 billion, which represents approximately 20% growth over fiscal 2026 at the midpoint. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be the Grand Theft Auto series, NBA 2K, Toon Blast, Match Factory, Empires & Puzzles, Words with Friends, the Red Dead Redemption series, WWE 2K,
Does that mean Words with
Color Block
Friends is
Jam, and
outperforming
Zynga
Red
Poker.
Dead? If true,
We
that's
continue to expect recurrent consumer
that's
spending
huge.
to be in line with fiscal 2026 and to represent 64%
Maybe I got to get in
of
on
net
some
bookings.
Words with Friends.
The underlying drivers remain unchanged. The NBA 2K projected to grow high
Should we do
single
a
digits.
Words with Friends
The
stream?
Grand Theft Auto series expected to be up, and mobile expected to be down due to last year's success of Color Block Jam and our assumption that trends will moderate for several of Zynga's
Dude,
mature
Color
mobile
Block
titles.
Jam stream would be
We
kind
now
of
expect
crazy.
the net bookings breakdown from our labels to be roughly 37% Rockstar Games, 34% Zynga, and 29% 2K. We continue to forecast operating cash flow in excess of $1 billion, and we remain on track to be in a net cash position by the end of the fiscal year. We now plan to deploy approximately $290 million of capital expenditures, which is up from our prior forecast due to a planned real estate purchase. We continue to expect GAAP net revenue
a
to
big
range
real
from
estate
7.9 to $8.1 billion, while we now
you
expect
buying?
cost of revenue to range from $3.54 to $3.66 billion. Our total operating expenses are now expected to range from $4.15 to $4.17 billion. On a management basis, we expect operating expense growth of approximately 7% year over year, which is down slightly from our prior
Can
forecast.
I get some property?
Now moving
Take
on
two?
to our guidance for the
Yo,
fiscal
shout me
second
a
quarter.
property real quick.
We project net bookings to range from $1.62 to $1.67 billion, compared to $1.96 billion in the second quarter last year. Our release slate for the quarter includes NBA 2K27, as well as new content updates for various titles. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be NBA 2K, the Grand Theft Auto series, Toon Blast, Match Factory, Empires & Puzzles, Words with Friends, Color Block Jam, the Borderlands franchise, the Red Dead Redemption series, and Zynga Poker. We project recurrent consumer spending to decline by approximately 5%, which assumes growth for NBA 2K and the Grand Theft Auto series, while mobile is
No,
expected
there's
to
no
be
way
down.
you're assuming growth
We expect
for
GAAP net
GTA.
revenue to range from $1.42 to
That's gotta be a troll.
$1.47 billion. Operating expenses are planned to range from $1.01 to $1.02 billion. On a management basis, operating expenses are expected to decline by approximately 5% year over year, as last year included significant marketing expenses for the launch of Borderlands 4. Looking ahead, fiscal 2027 is on track to be a milestone year for our company, led by the release of Grand Theft Auto 6. We have great ambitions as our teams have carefully curated new opportunities that we believe will sustain this new level of scale for the foreseeable future, including live service enhancements, franchise extensions, the launch of new IP, and international expansion. In addition, we will continue to evaluate accretive M&A. As we bring these opportunities to fruition, we are confident in our ability to enhance our financial profile further and generate strong cash flows, setting us on a path to deliver continued growth and long-term shareholder returns. Thank you. I'll now turn the call back to Strauss.
Oh,
Thanks,
Strauss.
Lenny and Carl. On behalf of our entire management team, I'd like to thank our colleagues for an excellent start to what is poised to be an outstanding year for Take-Two. And to our shareholders, I want to express our appreciation for your continued support. We'll now take your questions. Operator?
All right, ready? Strauss is about to do some Matrix shit.
Thank you.
First
We will
question,
now begin
GTA
the
6
question
off
and
rip, and
answer
he's going to be
session.
like, just
If you would
dodging
like
it.
to ask a question, please press *1 to raise your hand.
This is going to be really
To
impressive.
withdraw your question, press *1 again. We ask that you pick up your handset when asking a question to allow for optimum sound quality. If you are muted locally, please remember to unmute your device. Please stand by while we compile the Q&A roster.
I'm not a shareholder, guys. I can't get in. I can't call.
Your first question comes from the line of Doug Kreutz with TD Cowen.
All right,
Your
Doug.
line is open.
What do you
Please
got?
go ahead.
Thank you. One of your peers that reported previously suggested that there had been some slowdown in the mobile market in Q2, which they attributed to macro uncertainty. Just wondered if you saw the same thing, if you saw different things. Any commentary you could offer would be helpful.
Doug, what the fuck is that question?
No, it's
what are
really
you, an
not
investor?
what we're seeing. Our results have been affected by how Color Block Jam is doing versus last year in terms of comping because it was a new title last year. But apart from that, we've delivered some really good news in mobile. There's no doubt there's a bit of pressure on user acquisition at the moment. And I think that comes and goes in the marketplace. But no, we don't feel like the consumer's pulling back at all.
Yeah, mods, it's fine. Let him go crazy.
Great, thank you.
It's a meme stream. Let him have fun. Don't time anyone out. It's all good.
Your next question comes from the line of Andrew Maroc with Raymond James. Your line is open. Please go ahead.
All right, come on.
Hi, thanks for taking my questions. Maybe one on the GTA 6 extended look. I guess if you could give us a little bit more color on the thinking that went into the decision to go with Netflix for the timed exclusivity rather than just the traditional route of releasing it on a free platform like YouTube or through Rockstar.
This guy gets it.
This is a first of its kind partnership with Netflix. They're a great marketing partner for us and distribution partner, as you know. We also work with virtually every social media outlet on Earth. This is part of Rockstar Games' marketing strategy. We're excited for everyone to see an extended look of Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm not prepared to tell you how it's going to go, but I feel really good about it. And of course, 6 hours after the initial launch on Netflix, it'll be available on Rockstar Games channel on YouTube and I think ultimately many other outlets.
Great, thank you.
Strauss feels good about it, guys. Hold on, the camera died again.
Any other tailwinds into GTA 6 launch excitement, but can you
Strauss
talk a little
feels
bit
good.
about the court center update for GTA Online and maybe how that's been in terms of bringing in some lapsed players ahead of the GTA 6
Yeah,
launch?
Strauss, what did you think of the court center heist?
We're actually very pleased how things are going right now. We typically don't give specific details about how releases are doing, but I can tell you that right now we're very pleased
Is that not the point?
with how things are going. And like all the Rockstar releases, they're exciting. They're well received by players, and they always reactivate folks. So far, so good.
Okay. Sure.
Your next question comes from the line of Brian Pitts with BMO Capital
All right, Brian,
Markets.
hit
Your
him with
line is
another
open.
question they
Please
can't
go
answer.
ahead.
Thanks for the question. You recently announced the $80 base game for GTA 6, but ultimately decided to leave NBA 2K27 base pricing at $70. As you think about go forward base pricing, help us understand how you're thinking about being able to price games at a more premium price.
Yeah,
with
like
more
raise the
traditional
prices
AAA
again, to be
game
honest.
prices around the $70 price point. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, facts.
Look, you know, we've said this many times. Our goal is to deliver way more value to consumers than what we charge them. And you know, the truth is that the real cost of a AAA video game is a whole lot lower today than it was 20 years ago. Pricing has not kept pace with inflation. And our goal is to continue to over deliver for our consumers, because how you feel about any experience is the intersection of the experience itself and what you paid for it. So, you know, to say that we expect that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be an incredible bargain as experiences go is a gross understatement.
I mean,
Because
he is
Rockstar
right about
Games
that,
is
to be
known
fair.
for over delivering. And when
It is
when
worth
people
$80.
engage
I
with
don't
our
think
titles,
anyone
and
actually
Carlos
doesn't
answered
think
a
it's
question about
worth
GTA
80.
Online. Remember, we're 13 years after GTA Online was launched, and people are still highly engaged. And you know, we have record-setting engagement at times. So that's our goal. Our goal is not to maximize price. So in this case, I think what we've decided to do makes a whole lot of sense in the context of what we're delivering, and that's the lens through which we'll look going forward as well.
Thanks, Josh.
Your next question
Strauss
comes from
kinda
the
cooked
line
there,
of
I can't
Eric
lie.
Handler with Roth Capital.
That's
Your
3
line is
GTA 6
open.
questions
Please
in a
go
row. Let's
ahead.
go another one. Hello? Is this...
A gentle reminder to unmute locally.
Oh,
Sorry about that. Good morning.
that's so embarrassing. Holy
Apologies
shit.
for I had you on mute. Strauss, wonder if you could give a little bit of background on the decision to go with Netflix for the extended trailer launch. Did they approach you? Did you approach them? I assume for exclusivity, they
So
probably
he
paid a little
dodged
bit of
this
a premium
question
to get
before.
that.
We're doubling down. Okay.
You know, Netflix is a close partner of the company, and you know, we have tight relationships up and down the line. So we're always in conversation about things that we can do together. And this is a groundbreaking partnership that Rockstar arranged with our friends at Netflix.
But
And
how much
we're
did they
really
pay
excited
you,
about how
Strauss?
it's going to come about. I wouldn't normally give detail on sort of the nature of the back and forth or the terms of the arrangement.
Okay, thanks. And then as a follow-up, you know, with chip costs rising so much and you know, the input costs for hardware rising significantly, there's talks about, you know, the next gen consoles maybe getting delayed. I know you're a software
Is there?
company and you produce for whatever is out there, but I'm curious about your big picture thoughts on the industry, just given the rising cost of hardware.
Look, the rising cost of hardware is not a good thing. And we wouldn't argue that it is. I don't think it will slow us down any, because, you know, we believe we're delivering experiences that people want. However, a lower price point for hardware would be a good thing, because there'd be more hardware in people's hands. So I cannot argue
Strauss
this
is
is a
low-key
positive
based.
that equally we
Strauss
don't
actually
see
has
it as
good
a
takes, I
headwind
can't lie.
either. And going forward, look, two things that I think are relevant. Probably the most relevant thing is the world continues to move to open systems, and that will continue. So, you know, 20 years ago, when we showed up here at Take-Two for a console release that was available on PC at launch, PC would represent 1 to 2% of the overall sales. Today, that can be 40 or 50% in a similar situation. And I believe that's going to grow, because people have PCs that have outboard controllers. You know, they work great as game machines, and I think that will continue. Number two, with the advent of streaming, which we really do believe is around the corner in terms of having something that's low latency and really works well for consumers, machines that weren't game machines before will become game machines. So without regard to what happens in the console business, which is of consequence to us, of course, we see the overall installed base as a practical matter growing materially. if you believe in streaming, and to be clear, we really do, and I'm happy to put a timeline on it. I think we'll be in commercial streaming mode within 3 years. And by commercial, I mean low latency. I mean, that can 10x the effective installed base. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to 10x our revenue, and we wouldn't project that we would. But because obviously your avid consumers already had access to video game machines. But I do think it creates great opportunity for titles that are broadly desirable, even outside of core markets. And we do have titles like that, obviously. The third thing is that interactive entertainment, and the most important thing, remains, America's pastime and the world's pastime. It is the fastest growing part of the entertainment business. That's going to continue as the cohort ages and grows. All we need to do is the hardest thing you can do, which is continue to make hits.
Thank you.
Bro said Strauss is such a low cortisol guy. I was
Your
trying
next
not to
question
laugh.
comes from the line
Chat
of
bitching
Colin
about you
Sebastian
talking got me
with
laughing.
Baird.
Dude,
Your line is open.
being a
Please
streamer,
go
one of the
ahead.
first things you realize is your chat fucking hates
Thanks.
you.
Good morning. I appreciate the questions. I guess on NBA, the next game coming up here shortly, I mean, following another strong year for the franchise, what do you think is going to be in part of this game that might differentiate or provide, another opportunity to grow the franchise
Yeah, what's
year?
different about
And
2K27,
then
Strauss?
secondly, on an unrelated topic, just curious on any update to how your studios are deploying AI tools internally. I know we've talked about this, quite a bit, but the technology seems to be developing fairly quickly. So, are those tools capturing any additional value and perhaps maybe more measurable efficiency? So, any commentary on that would be helpful. Thank you.
So in terms of NBA, obviously NBA 2K26 performance was outstanding. It was a record for us, both on units and engagement. And I think that's the key. And we get the question, the same question almost every quarter, certainly every year, about how high can high be and how the growth is. And every time we get the question, we answer it the same way. And it's really I don't want to say it's unlimited, but there's still a huge amount of growth potential in the NBA franchise. And that would be coming both from increased units, geographic expansion, et cetera, and bringing more customers back year over year. There's still a lot of wood to chop there, and also more and more engagement. So we continue to refine that. And what really drives that is the folks at Visual Concepts and 2K and their efforts to year upon year to innovate. And it's really hard to do that on an annual release. And yet somehow through the brilliance and hard work of the team, they're able to do it. So I would just answer it the same way we had before, which is the growth is going to be coming from the same place it always does, and that's through the innovation, the creativity of the teams. We did announce some fun things in terms of cover athletes for NBA 2K27. I'm going to leave all the exciting news about what's next for that title with 2K, which is, what is it, August 18th, I think, is when there's going to be more of a reveal.
And with regard to your question about AI, look, we are first and foremost an entertainment company and always have been. However, we're an entertainment company that creates its entertainment in computers and always has. So this company, its products and its approach was built on AI and machine learning well before it became, buzzword du jour. So, we're dyed-in-the-wool adopters of new technology to the extent it enhances our ability to do what we do. And we have a three-part strategy, two parts of which are innovation and efficiency. So we have projects that sort of fall into both the basic research and the applied research buckets here to see on the basic research side, the art of the possible, on the applied research side, how we can innovate more and how we can create additional efficiencies. And that threads through our entire company. All that said, the first of our core pillars is creativity. And we have 13,000 colleagues around the world, the vast majority of whom are people who are creative every day. And we believe that technology can enhance their creativity, but we do not believe it can or should replace their creativity. And ultimately, we make bespoke entertainment products, and we aim to make the best ones in the world. And technology should make it easier for our incredibly creative people to innovate.
Thanks, Mads.
But for better or for worse, and I happen to think
Welcome
it's very
back.
much for the better, those tools are not going to replace anyone. So unlike some of our competitors who are announcing opportunities to save hundreds of millions of dollars with AI, I've said since the beginning that the history of new technology in the interactive entertainment business is efficiencies are indeed created, but then we find ways to do bigger and bigger things. And, you know, we actually don't reduce the cost of doing those things, but we can meaningfully increase the quality. And what does meaningfully increase the quality mean for us? It means making bigger and bigger hits that appeal to more and more consumers. And that's our job. Our job is not to lead in technology. Our job is to lead in entertainment. And as it happens, we use technology to try to do that.
Strauss is actually a really smart guy. Like, he cops a lot of flack, but
Your
I don't
next
think
question comes from
GTA
the
and
line
like,
of
all of
Chris
these other
Scholl with
franchises, but mainly
UBS.
GTA,
Your
I don't
line
think
is
it would be
open.
where
Please
it
go
is
ahead.
today
Here we go again.
without him.
Great, thank you.
Like, he
In
lets
the slides
Rockstar
and
cook.
prepared remarks, you mentioned international expansion and evaluating accretive M&A. Can you just walk us through the opportunities you see
Thanks,
overseas
Guido.
for your franchises that are maybe untapped today? And for M&A, remind us of the criteria you use when evaluating deals, the types of assets you would be most interested in, and any particular regions where you feel like you would like to scale your operations. Thank you.
Yeah, we've been very focused here on increasing our international footprint. As you know, companies like Take-Two, and there aren't many of us, but there are some, basically derive about 80% of their revenue from the US, Western Europe, and one or two countries in Asia. The rest of the world's really underrepresented, even though they love video games, of course, and even though they have devices, typically low res, low capable mobile devices, but devices nonetheless. So, for example, despite the number of people in India, our revenue out of India is really, really tiny, and people in India love playing mobile video games. Same is true for Africa, a massive market, but our revenue footprint
Brutal
is very
statement.
low. And we're also underrepresented in places like Latin America, obviously Russia, much of the Middle East, and much of Asia, although we do have a significant amount of business in China and a select of other countries, South Korea, Taiwan, for example, growing business in Indonesia, a little business in Vietnam. So it's been an enormous strategic priority for us to begin to build up in these underrepresented territories in a way that appeals to local consumers. We have a geo pricing tool for that purpose because different markets have a different ability to pay. That's a tool that we created in-house that allows us to experiment in a way that doesn't infect other parts of our business and other parts of the world. And in certain instances, we're working on properties that may only appeal to some of those markets very selectively. So my goal is that in the next 10 years, we flip the percentage of our revenue that comes from the US and international markets in the other direction because we've grown the overall business. And if we don't invest here now, we run the risk of being behind in 10 years. So it's an area of enormous focus. Turning to your second
Good goal to
question
have.
about M&A, we've always looked at inorganic growth through the same sort of three categories. First, are we buying owned intellectual property? Secondly, are we buying tools and teams that are valuable? And third, is the transaction immediately accretive to EBITDA and to GAAP earnings? And generally speaking, our acquisitions have ticked all those boxes. Then we have the broader rubric: is there a cultural fit? We've done many small tuck-in acquisitions, and then we've obviously done one very, very large acquisition. And I'm proud to say that, unlike history for most corporations, public corporations, our track record is excellent. I think virtually all of our deals have worked out, if you define worked out as being accretive and long-lasting. And certainly the Zynga deal has been terrifically successful, as has the Gearbox deal, our most recent larger transactions. So we'll continue to look at the world that way. And in terms of areas in which we're not represented, thankfully, we don't really have that anymore. We're a big mobile company. We're a big console and PC company. So we don't have any must-haves, but there are certainly some nice-to-haves, and we think some opportunities will come our way. We also, to finish the thought, have this allergy to being over-leveraged. And we have very, very light net leverage now. We expect to be in a net cash position in about 30 seconds. Sorry, not exactly 30 seconds, but you get what I mean. And once we're back in a net cash position, I think, that would be the time when we'd be more likely to think about an inorganic opportunity.
That was very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Strauss.
Your next question comes from the line of Mike Hickey with StoneX. Your line is open. Please
Mike
go ahead.
Hickey. Okay.
Hey, Strauss, Carl, Laney, Nicole, great quarter, guys. Thanks for taking our questions. First one, Strauss, you mentioned in your prepared remarks that you think 27 will be an inflection point in your company's history. Obviously, that's a strong statement. I'm sure there's an obvious answer as well. But I am curious sort of what that means to you exactly when you say that, and maybe details on why you believe
Yeah,
that.
I wonder why there's going to be an inflection point, dude. Yeah, good question. Yeah.
Well, it's obviously a great question. And I think the point is that if you look historically at really, really big releases for this company, I'm thinking obviously of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead.
It's a
They
new Grand
didn't
Theft Auto coming out,
just
is it?
affect us positively for a quarter. They had ongoing effects on our company. And we also have this massive pipeline that's, we think, quite extraordinary. And we have live services, and we have a catalog. So if you believe, as I said, I do before, that there are opportunities in terms of organic growth because the market is growing and because we're trying to extend into other markets, and we have a pipeline, and we have a huge, what we believe is a huge release coming up.
from the TTWO earnings call this evening?
There's a lot of fuel for the
Not really
fire.
nitrogen.
Nice.
Just a lot of Strauss dodging questions, to be honest.
Follow up to the streaming comment. I think you said that you think we could have a commercial streaming solution within 3 years that would solve the latency problem. Strauss, it feels like we've been down this road at least twice. But I'm curious to hear that. Obviously, the TAM's exciting at 10 times. We've heard that before, but it's never really materialized. So is there something that you're seeing different today in terms of the tech
Actually a good question.
or some change that's sort of giving you better visibility that we could actually have a real streaming solution in the future? Because obviously that would be a sea change to the industry.
It is a very fair and accurate comment. And even when we supported
What's that
Stadia
cloud
some
gaming
years
shit?
ago,
Yes, Stadia.
we talked at the same time we were supporting Stadia about concerns about latency. And you're right, it's sort of certain things remain perpetually in the future, like nuclear fusion, which is perpetually 30 years away. Although people think it's not now. I hope it's not. I don't think that's the case here because of enormous advances in hyperscaler networks and advances in edge network technology. And I think, for example, there's one player in the market that's looking at rolling out a significant edge network that would address latency, at least in the US. So I picked 3 years kind of because we know it's not tomorrow, but I don't think it's 5 years. But of course I could be wrong. And we're not betting, any of our company on this. We just see it as another one of the many embedded call options in our security.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Well, that didn't
Your
really
next
answer the question
comes from
much,
the
did it?
line of Alec Brondolo with Wells Fargo. Your line is open. Please go
Wells
ahead.
Fargo.
Yeah, hey, thanks so much. Appreciate the question. Maybe two from me. Could you help us maybe walk us through the thinking behind the GTA 6 premium SKU mix? I think Red Dead Redemption 2 launched with 3 SKUs. GTA 6 only had 2.
Good
You didn't
question.
offer early access in the premium SKU, which I think has been a big part of the hook or the upsell driver on some of the other titles over the last several years.
Bad
And then maybe
statement.
secondly, encouraging to hear pre-order data for GTA 6 is strong. I guess I'd love to get your perspective as someone that's been in the industry a long time. How you think about the incrementality of pre-order units as they flow in? Is it possible that kind of hype around the game is pulling forward sales that you otherwise would have earned post-release into pre-release, and the strong data won't prove to be that incremental? Thanks.
Collector's Edition, Strauss, announce it right now on stream.
Yeah, we don't tend to give a lot of color around pricing or editions. We leave that to our labels, but I think Rockstar feels that offering a phenomenal value at $80 makes sense for some consumers. and then offering incremental value at a modestly increased price makes sense for consumers. And given the hype around this title, I mean, I think we could have made any number of other pricing choices. But as I said earlier, our focus is on delivering way, way, way more value than what we charge for stuff.
Completely dodged the
And with regard
collector's
to
edition
pre-orders,
implication.
our pre-orders are exceptional. No one's ever seen anything like this before at Take-Two.
I'll take your word for it,
in the
Strauss.
industry.
Give me the numbers,
That
though.
said, you could absolutely be right. We just don't know. So could demand be pulled forward? Sure. And one of the reasons that we're not changing our guidance is, to be clear, we haven't sold one unit yet. You can cancel a pre-order. So we around here, like, we're sort of allergic to victory laps. But one thing we certainly don't do is take a victory lap before we've run the event. So the news is great so far. We're incredibly excited. We couldn't be more excited than we are, and yet we are, realistic and at best cautiously optimistic. And we're going to leave it at that until the thing occurs.
Thank you.
Is it weird that they're not giving
Your next
numbers? Did they
question
give
comes from
numbers
the line
on
of
GTA
Matthew
5
Cost
pre-orders?
with Morgan Stanley. Your line is open. Please go ahead.
When do they typically do that?
Good morning. Thanks for taking the question. I was wondering if you could comment on Sony's decision to get rid of physical disc sales for new games beginning in the beginning of 2028. Will that have a material impact on your gross margins, or will you continue to sell boxed download codes at a similar gross margin?
Might be
presumably
question
at
of
a
the
similar
day.
scale going forward. And then secondly, if you could just comment on your progress shifting towards direct payments inside of the Zynga business, and if that's
This
still
guy
something
fears
that
nothing.
is currently
They're
increasing
going to kick him
and
off the
has
call.
a significant runway ahead. Thank you.
Thanks for your questions. I'm not going to comment on Sony's own decision, but in terms of our decision, look, our business is well over 90% digitally distributed as is. It's already a digital business. So in certain instances, especially if it's a big game, discs and note I said discs, don't really make sense for the consumer. Also, most instances, you have to register online to play anyhow. So if you're already connected, like, who cares if you download digitally? It's all the same, and it's much more convenient.
They'll be mad at you for
So
that, Strauss.
that's where the world is going, in our opinion, and I think Sony understands that. We certainly understand that. It doesn't mean that we won't have physical editions now and then. I'm sure we will, in the same way that there's still vinyl in the recorded music business. But in other instances, it just won't make sense. On direct to consumer, yes, that remains growth business for us. We are not direct to consumer across our entire mobile portfolio yet, but we're getting closer, and we are seeing growth there. We don't talk about the actual percentage, and we don't talk about our goals in terms of the percentage of our business. What we want to do is be where the consumer is. So we will support and continue to support all third-party distributors who treat us appropriately, and with which we can make sound economic arrangements. And at the same time, we'll offer direct-to-consumer opportunities for consumers who want to avail themselves of those. There is no doubt that our direct-to-consumer business has had a material effect, positive, on our margins in the mobile business.
God, he's good, isn't he? He's so good. I don't think I've ever seen anyone better at just like dodging shit.
Your line is open. Please go ahead.
He's so good.
As you can imagine, the buy side is doing everything they can to sort of monitor these pre-orders to gauge sort of demand for GTA. I don't know if there's anything you could share from a historical perspective as experts on, sort of ranges or how people should sort of think about pre-orders in terms of, what bookings ultimately are for a
Double
title.
down.
I think it would be helpful just because there's some risk that I've just gotten some crazy emails from buy-siders on how big they think GTA should be. So any sort of ring fencing or dimensionalization.
Yeah, give us numbers.
Could be super helpful.
Good, push it.
I like that. Ring fencing of dimensionalization.
Oh, he likes that, dude. He
how many
likes
units
it.
are you going to sell? The answer is, I don't know, and I'm not going to tell you. But I can say that the level of pre-orders is unprecedented and astonishing, and we're very grateful for that.
What does that mean?
But they are so unprecedented that we just don't know how it'll translate into sales, and which was a question I answered earlier. We genuinely don't know, and we just don't believe in claiming victory before it occurs.
You're not claiming victory. Just tell us the numbers.
Thank you.
Oh my God, this guy. He's good. He's good.
Your next question comes from the line of Eric Sheridan with Goldman Sachs. Your line is open. Please go ahead.
Thanks so much for taking the question. Strauss, wanted to know if you could opine about any evolution in your thinking about mobile gaming and being more tied into AAA quality of content when you think about the advances in mobile silicon and processing. And a second part of the question would be, with Grand Theft Auto and the community you have there, how should we be thinking about either engagement or maybe even gameplay components of Grand Theft Auto that could be an extension of the launch later this year? Thanks so much.
He's not going to answer that.
Yeah, you're 100% right that if you believe in Moore's law, what we'll be able to do with
Yeah.
mobile games, will grow materially, if not exponentially. And what I said earlier about streaming basically means that all games will become mobile games, if you wish. But I think, and I haven't used the word mobile all the time as a result. When we talk about mobile versus console, we're really not talking about how, where you consume the title or on what device. We're talking about two different types of interactive entertainment. What we call a console or PC title is big and you spend hours on it, and often you consume it on a big screen. What we call mobile is light, a light experience. Typically, an avid consumer of a mobile game will play that game 5 to 7 times a day for around 9 minutes per session. It's a very different consumption experience. A console experience is akin to sitting down and watching a movie or binge watching a series for an evening. A mobile experience is something you do when you have a few moments free and you want to relax and enjoy and be entertained. And so the change in technology that will allow a console experience effectively to become a mobile experience
that's bad.
probably broadens the market. But I don't think means that casual or hyper casual or semi casual or AA games necessarily go away. I think there's going to be a need and a desire for all different kinds of interactive entertainment. And as technology enhances the art of the possible, there'll be new formats that are delivered. An example of that, that's not interactive, but an example of a new format that digital technology has enabled is microdramas. And that's huge business in China and a growing business in the US. It didn't exist 5 years ago. So there's some moral equivalent thereof in interactive entertainment. And one of the things that we think about here is the unknown unknown. Like, what's the next thing that's coming in interactive entertainment at which we can excel, which our customers would love, that new technology enables. We spent a lot of time thinking about that. In terms of Grand Theft Auto and where it's going in the future, that's something that we're not talking about today. And in the fullness of time,
Obviously.
I'm sure Rockstar will talk about.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Ron Song with Wolfe Research. Your line is open. Please go ahead.
Wolf Research.
Good morning. Can you guys share any updates on your thoughts about advertising's place in Take-Two, especially with a continued shift to open platforms and streaming? You've been clear that it makes less sense for the consumers who are paying $70 plus for a AAA game, but how can you strategically employ advertising beyond mobile games in a way that's not overly intrusive? Thanks.
Yeah, how can we put more ads in our games?
Yeah, advertising is a growing part of our mobile business. We've rolled out ad units in many of our titles that previously did not have them. And our view really is, look, if you're going to engage with one of our mobile titles, we ought to be able to monetize that engagement in some way. So if you only engage with in-app payments, you're monetizing, less than 20% of the audience typically, often quite a bit less than 20%. But if you have advertising as an option, you could monetize 100% of the audience in one form or another. So that has been a big part of our strategy in mobile, and we have rolled out advertising units in most, but not all of our titles so far. On the console side, look, you're correct in quoting me as saying, if you're paying premium price, you probably shouldn't be subject to advertising unless the advertising is sort of endemic to the title. So when you go to a basketball game, or watch a basketball game on television, you're accustomed to seeing advertising in and around that game, advertising in the
I feel like you
arena, for
answered this
example. And
exact
in
question
our
last
video
call.
game, you'll see that too, and that's appropriate, and we are able to monetize that. It is a relatively small part of the console business, though, and I
And maybe the
expect
call
that will
before that.
continue to be the case.
Your next question comes from the line of Martin Yang with Oppenheimer. Your line is open. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for taking my question. Two questions. One on the Netflix partnership. Do you
All
think
right, we're
this is a one-off
tripling down on the
deal or
Netflix.
just more creative use of Rockstar IP signals a broader framework for licensing Rockstar content in the longer term, especially when you consider there will be numerous ways to share derivative content off gameplay after the game launches?
While this particular partnership is groundbreaking and unique, Rockstar has licensed content to Netflix before, as has the rest of Take-Two. We have a close partnership with Netflix, and they are in the video game business, and we're very happy to be their partner. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of things that we can do with Netflix and many other outlets in the future. So we want to be ubiquitous. We want to be where our customers are. We have, we believe, the best and biggest collection of owned intellectual property in the interactive entertainment business. And wherever you are when you wake up, if you want to engage with our content, we want you to be able to do so.
The question on GTA Online. More recently, we see a higher frequency of content updates.
High
Does that
frequency?
require you putting additional resources into GTA Online development team, or you're really just spreading out, cutting historically larger, less frequent updates into smaller chunks?
Generally speaking, our update cadence for GTA Online has been pretty stable. And, some of the updates have been amazing. Some have been less successful, but generally speaking, consumers really love them. But the cadence hasn't really changed, and we do apply significant resources to that. And, we expect to continue to support GTA Online going forward.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Jim Callahan with Piper Sandler. Your line is open. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking the questions. I guess one on kind of GTA 6 pre-orders. It sounds like the demand for the deluxe edition has been extremely strong. Any comment we can kind of provide on what that could look like?
Good question.
Maybe the mix kind of looks like as we get closer to release of the game would be helpful. Thank you.
Look, I think that Rockstar got it right in terms of the pricing of this standard edition and the pricing of the deluxe edition. And I think there's no doubt that consumers are really excited about both. And I think depending on your own ability to pay and how avid a consumer you are, you can choose between them. But the pre-orders have been exceptional, and we're happy with the mix as well.
Okay,
He's so
that's great.
good.
And then
He's
maybe
so
just to
good.
follow up on the user acquisition cost comment on mobile. I guess kind of how do we parse that out from what overall engagement looks like broadly on mobile? That would be any comment there would be helpful. Thank you.
I don't understand
Engagement
why he
is
can't
fine.
answer that,
And
though.
as I said, we're very happy with what we see in the marketplace. And we have some titles that are just doing incredibly well. We have a tougher
Yeah, we
year-over-year
don't care about this answer. I don't understand why
Holocron
Strauss
fan.
can't just
So
tell
that's
us what
our numbers, but
percentage
that's
of
really a
people
comping
are
issue, not a
ordering the
performance issue.
premium versus the standard
So
edition.
give
Like,
people what they want, they show up for it, and we have some titles that just continue to do great,
maybe
like
I'm
Toon
wrong,
Blast
but I feel
and
like that's what
Match
companies
Factory and
usually
Words
do.
with
Like, why is
Friends
that such
and
a bad
Empires
thing
of
to
Puzzles
announce? I
and
don't understand.
many other big titles. So the consumer is there. That said, user acquisition costs are a reflection of any number of things at any given time, including what else is going on in the market and what our competitors are doing. And in certain instances, we'll have competitors who, from our point of view, are vastly overspending in UA, and that'll make it less economic for us to spend. So we really pay attention to, how much we spend on UA
Because those
and
numbers aren't
how
final,
that foots with the lifetime value of the
I
property.
guess.
And, we want
So
to
what,
make
they'd
sure
tell
that
us that
every
after the
nickel that we
game comes out
spend
then?
in marketing comes back, at a significant multiple. And some of our competitors don't seem to look at the world that way. And if there are a bunch of them in a given period of time, that can crowd us out of the market. Sometimes it happens.
Very helpful. Thank you.
There are no further questions at this time. I will now turn the call back to Strauss Zelnick for closing remarks.
All right, Strauss. This might be the
First
last
thing,
time we hear
the most
Strauss
important
before
thing
GTA
is
6, so enjoy
that
this.
we all want to reiterate our enormous gratitude to our 13,000 colleagues around the world who work hard every day to deliver the best entertainment properties to consumers wherever they are, whatever devices they have and whatever interest they have. And more often than not, our teams brilliantly succeed at that task. And that's everything. That's the whole shooting match. And we are aware of that. And as I said, highly grateful for that. We're also really excited about what we believe the future will bring for our company and for our colleagues. And all of that should translate into enormous benefits for our shareholders. And we have a wonderful year that we're in process of, and things are going really well. And we have great expectations for the upcoming launch of GTA 6, NBA 2K, WWE, and lots of other titles coming from both the console and the mobile side. And as I said, we expect that this will usher in a new period of success at a different and enhanced level for Take-Two. So, we couldn't feel more optimistic than we do. We have big smiles on our faces, and yet we know we have to wake up every day and do the hard work to deliver. That's our goal. Thank you so much for joining us today.
This concludes today's call. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, Strauss. It's been an honor following every word you've said over the past 5 years. With all due respect, hopefully we don't need to hang on to every word you say from here on out. It's been fun. Is that it? We're done. We're out of here. Done skis. Gone. Well, that was kind of what I expected. A lot of dodging, a lot of not much coming from Strauss, the big man. Look, people, to be fair, I thought there were some really good questions. People tried to get numbers out of him, some answers behind some decisions and choices they've made, but he's too good, man. He's too good. Strauss, he's been doing this 19 years now. He's been with Take-Two. He's too good. He's just too good. I don't know. If I was answering those questions, man, I feel like I would have let something slip, low key. He's so good at it. You think he'll go on an interview tour now? I don't think so. I think it's Rockstar time now. August 27th is going to come around, and then I think it's time for Rockstar to sort of take control and show us whatever they want to show us. And then I'm pretty sure marketing's going to ramp up. You'll see a lot more ads everywhere. As we get to the 1 or 2 month mark pre-release, I'm sure you're going to see real life advertising everywhere in public. Maybe another trailer 1 month before release, or at least a couple weeks before release with a launch trailer. And then who knows, maybe some online info. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's Rockstar time now. I think that's probably the last, if not one of the last times we're going to really hear from Strauss before GTA 6 comes out. The last earnings call was at the start of May, which means the next one's going to be at the start of November, which will be a couple weeks before GTA 6 comes out. So we won't really need to listen to it. Rockstar will be fed by then. Rockstar will have given us gameplay by then. They would have given us a bunch more info by then. So we're not going to need to rely on Strauss anymore. You think they'll announce the cast? I don't know. I don't think they've done that previously, have they? Am I going to watch it? I have no clue. I might. We'll see. We'll see how bored we are in early November. We'll see. As boring as these calls are, though, I still actually kind of find them fun. I'm not going to lie. That was fun. Strauss is really good. He's good. He's good. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm probably not going to make a video about this. There really was nothing. Like, that's like getting blood out of a stone. Yeah. Nothing to report. Apart from pre-orders are going great. It's unprecedented. Okay. What does that mean? It's going great. It's like, okay, man. Keep your secrets, I guess. Yep. All right, chat. It's getting late for me here. This has been fun. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. And we'll probably do a stream next week, I'd say. Maybe a few. We will see.
I think it's an absolute
Thanks, John.
tearjerker when we realize this being quite possibly the last time we are sitting down together and listening to these calls in anticipation on GTA 6. It's been a fun ride to say the least.
It has. It has. We had almost 10,000 people in here at one point listening to Strauss yap. Only the GTA community could do something like that. That's madness, dude. That's so funny to me. I love you guys for it. This is hilarious. But hopefully, a couple more weeks, and we're going to be eating good with this extended look. So take care, guys. Stay safe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.